This is the Dudebros podcast. This is the Dudebros podcast.
Remember, there's a little bit of water in Texas a couple weeks ago.
Just a smidge, yeah.
Okay.
Camp Mystic, was it?
Well, in other
Among
areas.
others, yeah.
On that note, looking in, we've had some developments in American lithium futures, which
Saw
is
some of that, yeah.
very good for defense, very good for make the battery, all these things. And I believe they said there was something like 9 times the global market for EV batteries and stuff worth of lithium just in this brine that they want to extract the lithium from, right? So we look right here, and it was in southwest Arkansas. It's in the Smackover basement here. And so if you look right here, the Smackover Formation, it's known for its extensive porous permeable limestone aquifer. Shows where it's located. This says southern Arkansas near the Louisiana border, and is part of a broader effort to develop lithium resources in the region. The Smackover Formation has a long history of energy production with over 100 years of conventional energy. Formation is also recognized for its potential lithium resources, with estimates suggesting that the lithium brines in the region could meet global demand. I wanted to get real deep into the Smackover Formation, which led me to see that it's a lot broader than just this small little portion of Arkansas. So, this is the entire Smackover Basin, with each one of these dots being key points where they have wells that tap into it. So, as you see, this goes Texas, Louisiana, a little bit in Arkansas right here, all the way through Mississippi to Alabama and to Florida. And here's a nice contrast picture there to show you the little sampling area there in Arkansas, and then the Smackover Formation and how it runs through into Texas. I thought that pattern was very interesting. And there's also been some other stuff happening in Texas lately related to these underwater basins, to groundwater in general. But we'll get to that. So right here we have the major aquifer maps, and you'll see right here this follows that same little pattern there, and we have this aquifer here too. This area right here where it's all nice and mixed together is also where all that flooding occurred. Now they've had a drought here recently. You have all these reservoirs here. You don't know what the levels are, but for them to fill up, generally that could take thousands and thousands of years. Well, in the county where this flooding occurred, Kerr, that's actually the most shallow levels of all these aquifers, where they're only 100 feet, and they can actually fill all the way up in days. Now, if they're filled all the way up, what that has done is brought this saline solution, this brine up there, so it's very easy to test and see what the lithium composition is and where the best place to start extracting and yada yada yada. But that's all purely conjecture, since this is a comedy podcast, of course. So once again right here, this shows that little area, west of Austin, San Antonio, but like I said, in Kerr County. And we don't need to go into the horrific stuff of all that. Here's the specific areas that did flood. As you'll see, here's the area where the camp was, right in here. Now, if you'll remember, just 2 days before this flood, there was a major Texas cloud seeding operation there by Rainmaker Technology, who came and bragged about it on a talk show just beforehand with Sean Ryan.
Oh. Convenient.
Yeah, his name's Auguste Dorico. He confirmed. He said that they did not operate in that area, though, of course, and that they had nothing to do with it, all the plausible deniability that goes with it. But he had just bragged that they had a successful operation. So now, here's the fun thing. There was a law that went into effect actually the day before that, on July 1st, in Texas, specifically related to groundwater in Texas, because they ruled that groundwater and all the mineral contents of it fell under the mineral use, the mineral rights. Therefore, all the oil companies that have rights to the oil there now have rights to the water there. All the water in these underwater basins is no longer fresh water or potentially water that is saline and could be used as water reserves. These are all potential mining resources to extract lithium from.
You don't see a conflict of interest there at all?
I just think these are funny coincidences. So, some of these companies that bought into all these areas where they're extracting it right now, the biggest one, of course, is EnergyX. It's founded by Teague, Egan, kind of ambiguous past. The guy running it right now, he was like a sports agent and then didn't follow a lot of compliance issues with it and kind of got the door shown to him or whatever. But, of course, Anyway, so EnergyX over here, it's based out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. They actually have a laboratory in Austin, Texas, though, just east of where all that stuff was happening. They also have operations in South America and the Lithium Triangle. That's Bolivia, Chile, Argentina, all that kind of stuff. Now, they also have some very good company tech, we'll say, some good IP that allows them to extract things more efficiently, and they have a good process, and that's their whole claim to fame. And they've had a lot of people invest in them. I mean, a lot of people invest in them. What? This is yeah. Oh, so in the Smackover Formation, ExxonMobil and Chevron have also each acquired approximately 100,000 acres in the same region. So they're describing this as a new gold rush for lithium, trying to buy up all these areas across this basin that has lithium deposits in it.
Right.
And these, of course, are all the petroleum companies that are now buying into this. This is their Project Lone Star Lithium. This is right here it says Arc-La-Tex region. It used to just say Arc-La region. So they updated that in the last few days. And this is just so in their estimated production, they want to get to 25,000 tons per year in phase 2. Show you the areas where they're building in, what the potential facility is going to look like there, the plan. So it's kind of hard to get information on Teague Egan, though, if you're just looking it up as a layman. It goes through here. He's got a background of serial entrepreneurship, innovation, investing, and philanthropy.
Oh, nice guy.
Well, he's been investing in public sector energy assets and sustainable technology since 2013 with a flagship investment in Tesla. Prior to EnergyX, in 2010, he started an entertainment business highlighted by a #1 iTunes artist release. It's not disclosed on here. In 2012, he founded Innovation Factory, a venture capital fund focused on tech, life sciences, real estate, and consumer products. Teague has been featured both personally and professionally in esteemed outlets such as the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Forbes, and CNBC. He is widely recognized as a leading expert in lithium, the clean energy transition, and the development of disruptive technologies. Some further credentials down here. It says he's an alumnus of University of Southern California's Marshall School of Business, where he got a BA in entrepreneurship. Says that he also went on to complete the executive program in exponential technology, including artificial intelligence, synthetic biology, and nanotechnology at Singularity University. Now, Singularity University sounds kind of silly to me, but somebody just scanning over that might just see cool big science words university, keep skimming on, just subconsciously letting these credentials go in there.
Singularity?
So, we stop to look at that. Singularity University is an American company that offers executive educational programs, a business incubator, and business consultancy services. Although the company uses the word university in its branding, it is not an accredited university and has no academic programs or accreditation. Just saying. Go even further. Next biggest investor going into there is Elohim Partners, which is a company, a good Christian company out of South Korea. Now, South Korea, Elohim Partners. Elohim Partners is basically like a VC type firm. They have a few investments in different things. LD Carbon, EnergyX, Denoticia.
Big portfolio there.
Well, I was like, I know some of these things though. LD Carbon, I remember they were bought by another South Korean company, South Korea Incheon Petrochemical. Once again, another oil company. Bought this LD Carbon, which was supposed to be, green company there or whatever. Now, LD Carbon has a patent, and the patent's pretty cool. It's we burn tires and we extract the carbon from the burning of tires because we're extracting carbon. So, like I said, this company right here, another South Korean company, bought them. They're a petrochemical company. They're looking more towards the future, all of that stuff. Let's go back to LD Carbon. This is just to show you right here. This is the patent and everything. Now, let's go to the other company that we were associated with, Denoticia. So what they're attempting to do right here is integrate both the hardware and software side of everything in the future with AI, instead of having it be different companies doing these different things and piecing it together.
Just a one, huh?
It's one thing that flows together. And they have trying to think of a way to put it out pretty simply there. This is just going over some of their developments and what is their proprietary thing. They have a vector data processing units, and they call it Seahorse. That's their trademark that goes through it. They're leaning heavily into that. But once again, that is one of the companies that was under the Elohim Partners, who are one of the people who have invested into this lithium field in Arkansas, also potentially through Texas and everything together. Now, I say all this and I'll also say all the required stuff. I'm very happy and content in my life right now. I have no issues with anything. Life is pretty good. I have no intentions of doing myself any kind of harm or anything, and all of that.
Same.
But I just think that's all pretty interesting string of coincidences there. Not that I'm suggesting anything nefarious.
Well, wasn't there just a big flood and storm up in North Carolina and a lot of weird stuff? And I specifically remember that they were talking about a big chunk of land that had a lithium reserve beneath it, and they wanted to develop it, but people live there and own that land. So, but if there's a natural disaster, then the government can come in and say, well, we're here to help, so we'll just take this land and fix it on up for you guys, but we're gonna keep it and then mine it.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom did some stuff like that, wasn't that? Or was it thinking about Hawaii? Or
No, not Malibu. No.
let me see. I have it in my notes. No, I don't.
Yeah, weird. Have they still haven't let those insurance companies in to settle all those claims and stuff, huh?
They have high net worth individuals that have been allowed to start the go back to your property and rebuild phase.
Oh.
And nobody else.
Darn. I thought there was thousands of people that were displaced and homes burned down and property they owned.
Well, they probably had already moved on. They probably went somewhere else after the incident and then decided they liked it there better.
Well, that's weird because I remember seeing some local, courthouses and, local boards and stuff like that where people were going and saying, hey, they're trying to steal our land. We can't get back to our stuff. And
things were pretty heated then.
Yeah.
That was in poor taste.
Too soon.
I don't know about too soon. Everything moves so quickly these days. You saw we had the shortest day in history or whatever.
We did?
A couple days ago, yeah.
That's weird. I thought we were supposed to have really long days during the summer.
Well, no, it was the Earth spinning. It wasn't the shortest day. It was the shortest day for like that day. You get what I'm saying?
Ah.
But the Earth is just speeding up a little bit. It was like, yeah, like a millisecond or something that was going off of there.
Weird. That pole shift is
It's something.
The James Webb just released a picture of what could be a spaceship coming towards us from a long ways away.
Yeah, I actually wrote a paper on my Substack like a month or so ago, like a long time ago. And I'm glad to see that other people are finally starting to look at it. But yeah, I've been tracking this. Like I said, I keep very aware of all space weather.
It's real pretty. Kind of blurry right now, but...
Well, the interesting thing is the tail of the now identified comet is actually facing the sun, so facing the direction that it's moving. Normally it trails behind it as it's going through something, but that would indicate like a braking or maneuvering type thing. Well, like I said, I'm keeping tabs on it and seeing how it adjusts through there. As it is now, it should be getting fairly close to us towards the end of September there. But if it does slow more or change its direction, or who knows, we might have some wild times ahead of us.
I saw Independence Day.
Well, I mean, it's the third interstellar or intergalactic, whatever the fuck, object coming through. You know, we had the biggest one that you've probably heard of is, you know, the Oumuamua. It's the car-shaped one. Joe Rogan talked about it, and you know, got all the viral traction and everything that goes with that. So, who knows? Stay tuned, folks.
I don't know, man. Sounds kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I bought a donut and they gave me a receipt for the donut. I don't need a receipt for a donut. I'll just give you the money. You give me the donut. And the transaction. We don't need to bring ink and paper into this. I just cannot imagine a scenario where I'd have to prove that I bought a donut. Some skeptical friend, don't even act like I didn't get that donut. I got the documentation right here. Oh wait, it's back home in the file, under D, for donut.
That was Mitch Hedberg from one of his stand-up specials. He hired a bass player specifically to only play if he had fucked up a joke or if people didn't laugh or whatever. So
sounds like him.
So he was like, "Don't fuck up the bass tonight, Chuck." And nobody laughed, and it went doof, 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 and then people started laughing or whatever. He's like, "All right, this works." You know, it was good, but you know, typical Mitch Hedberg fashion.
Yeah, he went out well young. But he had his brand of comedy has never been redone at all. And at least not in a good way.
Well, I think Stephen Wright actually came a little bit before him.
Whenever I fill out an application, it says, in case of emergency, notify, I put doctor. What the hell is my mother gonna do?
And that same kind of one-liner, nonsensical stuff, but Mitch Hedberg absolutely has his own unique thing that I don't think anybody's really... I think if you tried to like copy it, you just sound like a douchebag too, you know? Especially in this day and age, you know?
It just worked with him.
It's like the man who literally sees the world through rose-colored glasses. Yeah.
But he, like I said, one of those comics that Kurt Cobain, you know? Just real quick, like.
He physically kind of looks a little like Kurt Cobain. Like if you sit back and look at it, they can resemble each other. It also could just be that fucking 90s haircut makes you very assimilated, just like every one of them today with that little broccoli top, froofy, doofy, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact word is for it. But
Man
fucking
bun? No.
stupid is what it looks like. No, thankfully, I think we're past the man bun stage.
We have a Viking at my Walmart. I'm talking you remember the guy from the end of 28 Years Later? Like
Yeah.
Jimmy, the bleached blonde deal? That guy works at the Walmart where I live close to.
Oh, yeah?
And he wears pants tighter than any girl I've ever seen in my life. And his thighs are about that big around. And he just rocks it. He's got tattoos all the way up and down both arms. And he's like co-manager or whatever. Just owns it, man. But I mean, ugh, could never. Too tight.
This is the one that we saw here. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
That would actually probably scare the shit out of me, having no idea about that before. Then you just see this giant thing in the
It's
sky.
like a little village in Africa and just that pops up.
And then this one, this is pretty cool. A lot more clearer. And you see also this beautiful city from the future. Right? Right?
Yeah. It's like a Disney show.
Right. But really, really big.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This one kind of, I thought was very cool. Especially when you're remembering these are all drones, you know.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I wonder what the qualifications are, like how the guy who's in charge of all that, what they had to go through to be able to be the person in control of it all, you know. Like who chooses what goes on there. Well, I mean, even just the concept, like, and that was just, you know, the cat with the little butterfly or dragonfly or whatever, like they could be, or this right here, like whose idea was this? And because that's a lot of money and a lot of time going into someone saying, let's have a guy riding a tricycle, you know. Oh, that's kind of ominous.
It kind of looks like, I think I saw that in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it looked pretty similar to the things in that one. And so did that, and that other one. Pretty cool. Oh. And this was just what it looks like with all of the everything.
I mean, there's only a skyscraper next to it if you need like a size.
Yeah,
comparison.
for its shin. Yeah. Wow.
Thousands of drones.
Yeah, that's wild, that coordination. And then this right here, I mean, that's
pretty freaking cool.
It almost makes me wonder if we might be going into like a post CGI world where instead of digitally doing stuff, they physically replicate it, but with artificial intelligence controlling robots to make the dragon, to make the scary monster, you know. It's got a big...
Some implications there.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate